The video you are about to see is part of our Independent Artist Masterclass on EagleTunes. EagleTunes is our platform where we connect independent artists and their loyal fans, and we also show artists how to become successful as independent artists. From this masterclass, which is part of the EagleTunes Academy, we will upload every single video on YouTube step by step. But if you can't wait to see those videos or the full masterclass, and if you don't want to see those annoying introductions on every single video, feel free to click the link in the video description, become part of our community, and use all the artist features that we offer beside the Academy, like your own artist store, landing page, AI features, and whatnot. Check it out. Can't wait to see you inside. Click the link in the video description. Bye-bye. And finally, let's talk about the probably most important part of content types that you should be able to create yourself and to edit. And we're talking about the video section here. Video is, as I said, like the main content you will create, especially YouTube videos and videos for your landing page, where you kind of showcase your album, your original music. And on YouTube, you should do covers if you do it in the way that we teach you here. But like it's the main content. It doesn't matter if you're talking about cover songs or your original music. Both are music videos, and I think it's about 70 to 80% of your content should be music videos that you create on your own. As I said several times by now, we are talking about music videos, but also social media content will be created through DaVinci. Well, let's dive into DaVinci. This time also I want to create some amazement in your soul by seeing how easy it is to create videos. Now I'm assuming you already recorded your music or your basic angles and videos, which is what I show you in the content section. So let's assume we already recorded, and I want to show you how easy it is to edit your video and to create a final result of multiple angles, like a proper music video with moved point of views. So we have some movement in the cam as well, and therefore we open DaVinci. As I explained to you in the setup part already, where to download, just go on DaVinci Resolve or Blackmagic website and download DaVinci, install it, and then you just open it and create a new project, name it. In my case, I recorded the song Old White Lincoln. Now we have this interface here. I like to start right away with the one, so you can change the view or the interface, so to say, by clicking here on the bottom. And now you can simply drag and drop your files. So as I said, we assume we already recorded everything. I just showed you some basics for audio editing with BandLab. And let's go to the desktop, and here are my files. So I have like 4 angles, and I have the track that I recorded and edited with BandLab, and all of them I just drag and drop to my media pool. If I want to change the frame rate of the video, so now since the frame rate that is predefined is different compared to my frame rate of the videos I recorded, as I said, whenever you can use like 25 in Europe or like 23.9 something in the rest of the world frames per second, I would always answer here change, because it matches then the frame rate of the arrangement to the frame rate of my videos. Now you have your videos in your media pool here, as you see, your 4 angles. Maybe if you've seen this for the first time, it looks a bit confusing, many features, and yes, video editing could be complicated, but as I said, I explained to you in a way that you just need to know a few buttons and a few features, and you can do the same over and over again, and you won't spend too much time here in DaVinci. So first of all, what we want to do now is we have to sync the audio. So I show you now 2 main things that are pretty amazing to me. First of all, how to sync the audio. Then I show you how to very fast cut your video, so in a way that you have your multiple angles in your video without playing back and forth all the time. As I said, we start with the syncing process. So that you see what actually happens, I would recommend just marking everything and drag and drop it to a timeline, and then you have the tracks in your timeline. You could now zoom out and then position the tracks above each other. It's a bit small, it's all on my notebook here, and those are the 4 video tracks, and I also position the audio track here at the bottom. And what we want to do now is to sync the audio, because I have one original track, or it's a cover song, but I mean the properly recorded track, and I have the sound of the videos, and so that it matches my lip movement and my hands when I play the guitar, I have to sync it. And therefore I would always prepare every track that it's pretty close to a synced position. That means if you see this track here, I zoom in a bit, that could happen. You know, I started the recording and then I don't know what it was, but something happened and I had to restart it and I didn't stop the recording. So if I would sync it now and ask the software to sync it, it would probably align everything at the start, and that would be wrong, because this little part here was like a mistake take, and so I just grab it, bring it to the side and make it close to the length that every other track is. That would be fine. Now I could ask the software to sync it. I just mark everything and then click the right button on my mouse and I go to auto align clips based on waveform. Takes just a moment and now everything is properly aligned. That's the first thing. As I said, that usually took quite a while when you do it manually. And now we want to create a multi-cam track. That means we want to bring together all the tracks into one, and then you can cut it very easily, just a few minutes to cut the whole video. So what we do now, as I said, you mark once again everything here, except the timeline here is this little window. Don't mark this, just your 4 angles and or how many angles you got, and the audio track. And once you marked it, you click on it, right button on your mouse, and then you go to create new multicam clip using selected clips, called just multicam. Then you also should click here angle sync. We take the sound because we want to have the sound of the properly recorded track here. Then you click create, and now you have your multicam track here. So what we want to do now, you can create a new timeline if you want to, new timeline, and call it old white Lincoln, and then you create it. And now you'd simply, once again, drag and drop, and you got a multicam track here now. You can rearrange your interface by just taking windows to the size you want to have it. And now you just have one track, but this track includes all 4 angles that we just synced in the step before. You can click here now on the left screen to see all your angles. And what we want to do else is very important. You click right button on your mouse and go to link clips. So you unlink, click somewhere in the space here. So now it's unlinked, and now you can go to the audio track and say, I want to listen, playback sound you have there. I want to listen to just my audio, which is the 5th angle here, because I imported all 5 tracks and one track was my audio. And now you go to switch multicam angle just of the audio, because I unlinked it. I just change the sound of the audio track and don't change the camera angle. So you see, when you now play the track, you see all the cams here on top, left side, and the main angle that is selected now is angle 1. You could switch this if you want to. You could say, I want to see on the big screen on the right side, I want to see maybe another angle because it gives me a better feeling of where I am. It's up to you which angle, just for preview, so to say. So I could also say I want to have the second cam as the main cam. So for now, here comes the crazy part. We will cut the video now. So we have, as you see, we have 4 different angles that I recorded. And I want to simply go through the song and say, at this point, I want to have this cam. At the next point, I want to have this cam, and so on. And I do it while I go through. And you can use the numbers on your keyboard. As far as I know, it's just working with the ones you have above your letters and not the numbers on the right side on your keyboard. But you can simply position your fingers there and go through. And whenever you now hit one of the numbers, this cam will be taken for this specific point. So that means we start with angle 2. This is the main cam. I would switch it back now to number 1. Okay, the video starts here. You could get rid of this first part here. Don't need it, just drag it to the side and bring it to the front. Now you already could say, what would be a nice start? Maybe I want to have the scratches I did on the guitar, and you could say, I want to start with this angle here. So let's do a cut, and I just press number 4 on my keyboard. We start with this. And now just while playing, I could hit the buttons and this cam will be taken for this specific part. So I do it. When you do this, important side note here, you should do it on the music. So if you do it in the rhythm of the music, the cuts feel more natural, and sometimes it's strange if you do it just randomly. Take care that you cut in the rhythm of the music, and don't worry if it's not perfect on the rhythm. You could do afterwards and just drag the cut you did with your numbers on the keyboard and reposition it. So I just did a few random cuts here. You see everything is cutted, and then afterwards you could go into the video and zoom in and then just grab the cut and position it. And since you see the audio waveform below your video, you can simply align it with a waveform. So you know, okay, here's probably the next chord that I strummed, and I reposition it perfectly to the rhythm of the music. You just walk through like that, and the video is cut. You know, it's done. You're good to go. For sure, we also could do some color grading and stuff like that. But to me, we recorded with the cam. It's pretty nice automatic mode and does everything for you. If there's something that you don't like, you can recorrect it. But to me, if we want to go fast and easy, I would leave everything as it is, because the quality that comes out of your mobile cam is enough, really. A little advice: when you do those cuts, and also when you record, make sure that when you do cuts, don't do jump cuts. Jump cuts mean when you switch the angle, that the angle you switched to is very close to the one you had before. So if the difference is very small, maybe I have this angle here and the next cut is from there, it just feels strange. So make always sure when you do those cuts that you have one is here, next one is there, then you can jump to this one, but don't switch between ones that are pretty close to each other. So this is important for the recording, but also for the editing afterwards. What will the journey go on like? So the next part will be the artist products and shop. And why is that? In the beginning of the masterclass, I really want to achieve the feeling of, wow, that's amazing how much things I can do, how easily I can do it. And in the next part, I do the same with products, what I just did with content. So we want to show you how fast and easy you can create your own products. Once we did that, we go back to content creation and finally to marketing. So let's see how easy you can create product, what kind of products and so on, all in the next module.